Alright, welcome back to another Embrace Destiny video. Thank you so much for clicking that link and joining us. Today we are continuing our Girlfriend Plays Destiny playlist, and we're taking a step back from the action to talk a little bit more about the ambiance, the background, the emotional evocation that Destiny 2 provides. So we're getting into a little bit of spoilers territory if you've never played any of the game, or if you've never seen anything past the opening cinematic. At this point, the city's been all but taken over, and your guardian has reconnected with your ghost, who barely has enough energy to keep you alive, and warns you that he can no longer bring you back from the dead. So you crawl your way out of the city and you find yourself on the city outskirts. It sounds morbid to be pleased by what we're seeing here on the screen, but I have to say that I am happy, I am pleased that that Bungie has incorporated more of an emotional ethos here into the story. So we leave the city, and immediately we find a camp full of dead guardians, dead human beings, and you know, it's a detail that you could easily skip over, but my girlfriend honestly stopped and commented on it. You know, and you don't really have too much time to settle in before the you know, the dogs of war attack, but there's enough. And Destiny 2 has been doing a better job of connecting us with the world and connecting us with the people in it. I mean, we're always told in Destiny 1 that you are the Guardian, you're the last savior of humanity, but you never see the humanity, you never see them struggle or try to build up. You're just a city in a matte painting far off in the distance. So the music here, the environmental effects, everything. I mean, this Falcon, I cut out the cutscene earlier, but there's a kind of, when you get defeated by Gaul, there's this kind of dream sequence where you see a falcon, and you know, it makes you consider, should I follow this creature? One thing that's kind of understated here is the amount of time that passes. I believe we're just about to go, Twilight Gap, 1 week after the attack. So you've been traveling for a few days now, presumably maybe hunting whatever animal, wildlife is around other than that falcon. Maybe, you know, finding food, berries, whatever. Ghost questions, are we following it? Is it following us? Level design is beautiful. It's obviously linear. It's to guide us to the next step. But it's great to have this kind of, you know, I don't know what to call it, retrospection, where you're looking back on the city. Something that a friend of mine pointed out is take a listen to the music here and take a look at the color palette. We're dealing with blues, you know, kind of a darker hue, and as soon as you cross into this clearing, everything gets brighter. The music changes, it's more hopeful, it swells, and you can actually kind of play with this. You can go back and forth in the mission, and you can go back to you know, the darker. When you're looking at the Traveler and you're looking at the lost city, you feel this hopelessness. But now things are starting to pick up. You're seeing more vegetation. You're following this falcon for some reason, and it's not entirely without action. I mean, it is a Bungie game. It is a video game, so you're beset here by these creatures. I remember my girlfriend being a little bit upset when she first saw the beta that you were forced to fight dogs, essentially. Very much the animal lover that she is, and I understand. I can kind of agree with that. Dogs are very, I mean, people love dogs, and whether you like them or not, you have to admit that they are kind of a symbol for humanity. You know, they're supposed to be man's best friend. So it's nice that the creature design makes them just different enough that we don't, you know, we don't immediately feel the same kind of remorse over having to kill them. It's also nice that they have them just charging you over and over, and you kind of have to make the hard decision. You know, you can't avoid them. So all you're stuck with is this and the other rifle that you pick up from the camp. very underpowered. You don't have any abilities yet. You don't have anything. And I remember playing this and wondering, like, how long was it going to be? I mean, I was content to fully explore this game for a little while in the opening, in the intro, without any abilities. I wanted this game to answer the question of what does it mean to be a guardian? What does the light mean? Do we need the light? And I was glad that we got some time at least where we got to play around without it, where we this game has done a better job of kind of connecting us with the people, and one way to connect us with the people is to make us the same as them, i.e. mortal, and actually mortally afraid of the perils. Now this next section is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if anybody else had the same experience as me, but there's this little gap that you're supposed to jump over. You're supposed to get to the other side. Clearly it shows that you're supposed to do that, but you clearly can't. You can't double jump. And then the next cutscene, which we're about to see in a moment, pretty much presumes that you've fallen down into this hole. And I'm like, I mean, obviously that's on purpose, right? Nobody has ever cleared it. Nobody has ever made it to the other side. It's interesting to see the game design kind of play with you a little bit and mess with your expectations.
Where are you all going?
Here you see Ghost kind of in his faltering state. You meet Hawthorne, finally understand where this Falcon is coming from, where it's going.
It belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne.
I remember hearing originally about the lack of character dialogue, the fact that your guardian doesn't speak herself. You got a few voice lines in Destiny 1, not a lot, and now it seems that Ghost is taking on the role of speaking for you. I'm a bit back and forth on this, honestly. I would rather that my guardian spoke, but I understand the technical complications behind that. Imagine trying to have like 3 voice actors per language that is dealing with it. And Ghost is a bit more expressive this time, and you are more expressive in how your character facial model and the poses that you have. So Ghost generally seems to be asking the questions I want to anyway, so I'm not too upset. They're like this new social space. It's kind of the last, it's kind of the renegade, kind of the the lost broken toys of the city have made their way here to the farm. I didn't get a chance to see the farm during the beta. I was actually away during the time when the farm was out, but I'm glad about that because I had the chance to experience it in the game, and it's an interesting design. I like it. It's you can tell it's very much just like a holdover sort of place. It's got a few things that you need. It's got some structures and some buildings. I'll try not to spoil things here, but I'm sure most of you have already played through the game or read through all the articles and seen enough. Plus some of my previous videos might have, let you in on some of the details later in the game. But the bottom line is I miss the farm. I've been hearing some PlayStation people have been having some real trouble getting to the other social space. Sorry, I'm sick and have to cough sometimes. Anyway, yeah, I hear that PlayStation people have been having trouble getting to the other social space, so they've had to actually come back to the farm. And I mean, that's too bad. I'm really sorry that that's happening. I wish that they didn't have those issues, especially since the PlayStation player base is the larger player base. I mean, I'm not here for a console war. I play on the Xbox, so does my girlfriend here, but yeah, it's too bad. But I do really wish that we had more reasons that were not bugs and glitches in the game to actually come back to the farm. It was a really cool place. It's a cool concept, and the designers worked hard to make it interesting. We're letting it actually play out here in the video today because I want to talk about some of the features and some of the aspects. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that now that the other social space is available, people are just going there and never coming back to this place. I understand the kind of annoyance that we might have had in Destiny 1, or if you have it in other games where you want to just go to one location to deal with all the NPCs, all the collectibles, all the storage and vaults and stuff, all the vendors, but maybe the game is trying to force you to go to other areas. In Destiny 1, we had, The reef, there was stuff available in the reef that wasn't available in the tower. Most of the things were in the tower. So, I don't know. Like I said, I just wish there was more reason to come back here. I like when a game... so far, Destiny 2 has been really good at promoting us to go to the different planets. You know, there's no need to just stick to one. You could actually explore all of them, and they rotate some of the events and stuff like that. So I posted a video earlier about some things you may not know about Destiny 2, and I should probably update that video because there's a few things I discovered in the other social space as well. But one cool thing that you can do is not only run around the farm, you can actually kind of contribute to it. And I'm not sure if that's exactly what they had in mind, but yeah, basically they had it so that you... My girlfriend was trying to get to the top of that water wheel. Let's see if she's able to get to it. I can't remember. I haven't watched this footage since she played. But if you run around the farm, you can discover a couple of different things. It gives you little bonuses or little objectives. And, I mean, the only real reason to do it besides wasting time and exploring is it does give you some little buffs, some little added benefits that allow you to run around the farm easier, jump higher, run faster, stuff like that. But I like the idea that it's actually more like you're contributing to the farm. I mean, you know, here we are as a guardian. We drop in, we drop out. Sure, ostensibly we're helping to protect humanity. We are, you know, keeping the demons at bay, stuff like that. But other than that, I hate the idea that all we do is just, you know, we just drop in, drop out, and we don't help anyone or give any thanks or anything like that. So it's to me, I think the idea of running on the water wheel here to gain yourself a little bit of a benefit, I like the idea that you're actually generating power for the people. You're actually helping to power this outpost, and you can see it makes her glow a little bit, gives her a sentry rank ×2, allows her to move a little bit faster. Another weird thing about Bungie's design that one friend of mine has commented on pretty much any chance he had, and that's the jumping physics. A lot of Destiny has jumping puzzles, whether it's in the raids or in the you know, in places like this. And one really strange thing about it is that if you're very close to a ledge and you immediately try to jump, you'll get kicked back. And you saw that about 30 seconds ago. My girlfriend was trying to climb onto that roof. And what you have to do is you have to move back and then jump forward and land on the area. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's something we have to get used to. I like the idea that they added these little, you know, soccer pitches or football fields, depending on where you're from. I haven't seen too many Guardians like striking up a tournament or playing yet, but it was fun kicking the ball around. One really weird aspect that I kind of got stuck on myself here is they show your ship kind of floating off right here above the field, and Soraya Hawthorne tells you to take it and go into the European Dead Zone if you must. So you expect to just go near the ship and, you know, get warped out or whatever. But then it actually turns out you have to pull out your ghost and use your navigator, and it's kind of weird. A lot of times when you see the ship in the game, you're supposed to go toward it and you immediately go to orbit. But anyway, it's been a pretty long, rambling video. I thank you very much for watching. I really hope to make more of these as my girlfriend continues to explore the game. It's slow going because, well, to be honest, I'm pretty much hogging the controller more often than not. But really hope you enjoyed. If you have any other ideas of things we should cover in this channel, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you like what you're seeing, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, hit that little bell button for notifications, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you very much. Bye now.